drive. Watch him throw the ball, we gon' pick it off. You gon' let him hit the hole or you gon' cut it off. You gon' play through 4th and long or you gon' punt it off. Your defenders, heavy hitters, put your pads in. Don't be looking for the ref to throw no flags in. Keep the helmet on, keep the cleats tight. You the type to want to win by any means, right? You should look alive. This is Trap or Dive.
Yeah. Ooh, what's going on? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning to everybody, man. Welcome into the Commander's Morning Show. Good morning to all my morning trappers checking in live. Where am I at? Music. Relax, girl. Let me get that music thing going right quick. How everybody doing today? What's going on, Rich? I see you play. How you feeling? Let me get the music straight. Oh, that's what it was. My work laptop. I was so confused. All right, here we go. Hey, let's go ahead and get straight into this film session, man. I hope it relax, bro. Relax. You see, I'm a little distracted right now. This dog can really be an attention seeker. Okay, let's get straight into this film session, man. I think today I'm doing us a favor. We're gonna go ahead and do this defensive side. Cause I know all the time I kind of work myself in order. And the order starts with the offense for me. But we're gonna go ahead and do defensive side today. I don't think I have a ton of plays to show, but in the same vein, I think it kind of just gives a idea of who this defense is right now. And for me, I said it yesterday on the podcast, Trap or Dive podcast, that every single week I have had a concern. Like, I vividly remember, like, I had issues in that Chicago game. Like, that was where my glaring ones was, because Kirk Cousins was up next, Aaron Rodgers was up next, and that play action pass, that boot action, all that stuff was like a threat, a true threat, the way these linebackers were playing. But in that same vein, when you're playing a rushing team, a rushing offense as effective as Chicago was, even though they really wasn't effective, it was like, what, 2 or 3 big plays. What's going on, kid? Appreciate you checking in. You know, they were getting fooled by that play action pop. And even still, there's been weeks where play action has sucked up the linebackers to the point where, like, there's so much available on that second level behind them. But to my point, right, and where I'm getting at, this defense, for all of the issues that I see on tape, like, they slowly start to eliminate itself as these weeks go on. Part of it has to do with the fact that they're clearly doing their self-scouting. They're looking back at the tape. They understand exactly, you know, where these issues are. Like, and they're getting it cleaned up. They're communicating cleaner. They're communicating better, right? That's part of it. And then the second part is new talent. New talent meaning new positions, new player positions, but also, 2 seconds. But also, you have guys who are continuing to develop in their role, or they have found a role for them, i.e. Bobby McCain. They know where to put him at now. He's playing in the slot. He's playing Buffalo nickel. Same thing with Cam Curl. He's playing in the slot. He's playing Buffalo nickel. Sometimes he's now up playing in that 2 high with Derek Forrest. Derek Forrest, he's a post safety now. He's playing up top as a free. He has single coverage responsibilities, or single high responsibilities, excuse me. Benjamin St. Juice, outside cornerback. He can move and play on both sides of the ball, left or right. He can also play in the slot if they need him to. And then we know about the defensive line. So let's go ahead and get into the film session right now. And let's see what we are talking about. Let me get my plays sorted so we can keep it pushing. Details, that'll work. Sorted. What's today? So we're gonna go this way. All right. Here we go. And so this is shit on my side. All right, here we go. And boom. All right. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First play is the big play. This is the play that won the game for Washington. The play that won the game for Washington. How do I? There we go. Okay. All right, let me make sure I see how this looks. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to sort some things out. Make sure we good. All right, scroll this up. All right, boom. So we are good. Let me expand this just a little bit. See if that works. I'm visually trying to see things. I don't think it worked. Oh, it did work. Okay, cool. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's run it and then we'll talk about it. Like I said, this is the play that won the game for Washington, right? Like they didn't have to do much after this. Houston shut out in the first half, 20-0. And really this defense just set the tone from the get-go. They tried their tempo to start the game. You got to try to find a way to get that defensive line and that pass rush in order. And I think quick passes. I'm speaking from the side of Houston. I think quick passes, quick timing routes, and a tempoed offense was their game plan and their approach to start the game. And clearly, it lasted 2 plays. But what you see here, Washington is in a cover 3, right? So you have Benjamin St-Juste isolated on the boundary with one receiver, right? You got Jamin Davis coming out to the flats as the flat defender. And you got your single high and Derek Forrest up top. Note, right? Bobby McCain down there, Cam Curl down there, and obviously Kendall Fuller up top. They're able to match up on their assignments, meaning Cam and Bobby, two hook players, and your Bostic and Cam just sitting in the middle, and Bobby McCain is just matching with this defender. Ultimately, there you go. You close that one, right? But you have Brandon Cooks running the speed out, and on this speed out, the play before, I think I don't think I mentioned. I didn't mention this. I know better. The play before, Kendall Fuller makes that tackle. If you all remember, this is a 2nd and 10 on that second play. So Kendall Fuller makes that tackle on the receiver. I think it was Nico Collins, and he's playing the same technique, the same off coverage to the field side. And what I mean by that is, you see where the ball is snapped right here. It's snapped right here on the left hash. The play before, the ball was snapped in the same spot on the opposite hash. And you had Kendall Fuller playing on the field side with back to the sideline. So as long as he maintains that cushion, and stays true to his technique, he'll have eyes on the quarterback and eyes on his receiver. And Kendall Fuller has done a really good job at this. And I think this may be the technique that the coaches want him to run because they understand as well. Like Kendall Fuller's play recognition, understanding how the route concepts, understanding the what's the word I'm looking for? The route tree, right? Understanding like there's a certain yardage in which you intend to break, right? So as you see, he's playing off coverage in that zone, that deep third, right? And you can see him starting to transition to the sideline. Like he's transitioning as soon as Brandon Cooks breaks out. So this is, again, a part of understanding the route tree. That's through film. Like he knows better. He knows that a speed out may be coming. And as soon as Brandon Cooks breaks out, he breaks on the route. Easy money for him. Like he didn't have to do too much work at all because the work was done during the week for him. The work was done during the week. So you have an inaccurate throw, mind you. Let's go ahead and get to the other angle. It's inaccurate and it's late. If he threw it on time and he threw it closer to the sideline, you may have a chance to complete the pass, but odds, my bet is a 50-50 ball because Kendall Fuller played this so well that a perfect pass would have had to beat him. Like not a good pass, not a great pass, perfect, like no mistake, no room for error. And so you get that pick six in return, and that does the job for the home team. How do I stop sharing? Oh, there we go. Oh Lord, stop, get out of that. All right, there we go. All right, so that's the first play. Mind you, too, as I push through, I think I had one like red flag in my head that popped up throughout this film session for the defense. Like, it was truly like this was all green for the Commanders, man. It was all green. Let's keep it pushing and go back to, okay, here we go. All right, so we're gonna show some love to Hill. Man, let's show some love to John Allen. I ain't gonna do that to him. All right. Where is present screen? Boom, boom, and boom. Okay. So here we go. Let's go ahead and run it and we talk about it. And obviously, as we know, we watching this, right? We knew that Dameon Pierce was a dog. Like, he is that guy for Houston. And the goal, obviously, is to one, eliminate the run early, make them feel like that is not an option for them, and then make plays. And you do that by making plays at the line of scrimmage, controlling the line of scrimmage, and dominating at the point of attack. And so what you're seeing here, let's go ahead and run it. You get a couple things going on, right? Obviously, the big swim move by John Allen, right? Look where his eyes are. Like, his eyes are locked in the backfield. He's locked in the backfield while defeating the block. Got a backside block to the play. Able to beat it quickly with a swim move. Now you have Casey Toohill coming down, and he's sustaining on 59. 59 is attempting a kick out block, and he gets a little bit of pushback, but Toohill's able to anchor down, right? So he secures the edge. It's going to force Dameon Pierce to get inside. So now you have a one-on-one with 78 and Benjamin St-Juste, but Cam Curl is right there to clean anything up. So good job by, we're working in order here, right? Good job by Toohill setting the edge, meeting the blocker, being physical at the point of attack, right? Benjamin St-Juste ensuring that if he does take on 78, he trusts that his teammate is going to be there to fill in for him. Cam Curl is right there. Jamie Davis, Deron Payne, just holding their own. But then you have Efe Obada as well. So all this play side is blocked up, or excuse me, is secured. It comes down to Cam Curl making the tackle. But now you have John Allen in the backfield making that TFL, and Efe Obada being able to play the quarterback and the running back at the same time for this read option look. So everybody's playing disciplined ball at the mesh point, disciplined ball on the play side, and you have one person in particular in Jonathan Allen beating his block, and that is big for a run game. So everything worked out well for Washington right there. Let's keep it pushing. Oops. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Boom, boom. Oops. Don't want to do that either. All right, here we go. All right. This is the very next play, mind you. So you go from a 1st and 10 to a 2nd and 13. And now you go from a 2nd and 13 to a 3rd and 15 on a 2-yard loss. So your first two plays after that pick six drive is two rushes for -5 yards for Dameon Pierce. You got Casey Toohill using some lateral quickness to get inside that block of 71, right? Who's attempting, I think what I can't even tell. I would like to say a reach out. I said a reach block, or a base block. One of those. I can't tell, but clearly trying to block 95. He gets inside the block, wins easily, and is right there for Dameon. And then you have your backside and Jonathan Allen, right? He's able to beat his block as well, and he gets in on the action. And look at the people flying to the football. Like, you're not, even if you break this tackle, you're not getting away from anybody with so many people running to the football. John Boss is getting in on the action, trying to get his stats up, get that TFL, that shared TFL. Like, everybody's flying to the football, man. And that's a really good sight to see, because if you go to the very next play, you'll see what this means, like, in a big way. Just understanding and having a purpose on the field, and having a purpose, essentially meaning, like, we play team ball. We understand we like, it's clicking for us now. We understand that we're not going to allow just one person to make the play. We're going to rally. We're going to rally to the football. We're not letting anything get away from us. We're taking everything from this team. And I think that's a solid approach to have from a defensive aspect. And that's what I mean by watching this one right here. This is a 3rd and 15. So this is 3 consecutive plays in a row that, you know, they had an elite drive. There's 10 people on the football. There's 10 people on the football on the screen, right?
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.
Like, the competitiveness from everybody on this play was in, everybody on this defense was in full display on this play. Right? A simple screen, right? But look where everybody is reacting. Like, Jonathan Allen is on the ground right now. Right? He gets up and gets back into the action. Everybody's on the football right now except Kendall Fuller.
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.
That's a 1-yard gain. Again, he got past the first tackle, right? And Casey Toohill. And then Deron Payne, but guess what? You got 7 other defenders that you got to get past. And you're not doing it because they're rallying to the football. Like, think of it. Let's look at the other angle so you can kind of see, like, how impactful that is. Like, when you know that there's nowhere to go as an offensive carrier. Like, you're going nowhere. You're going absolutely nowhere. That is good. I'm gonna continue. Let's go ahead and run through this one. Let's run through that one right quick. Yup. Where is my screen? Share screen, window, boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. Missiles. So everybody has this bad rap of Bobby McCain. I've said it 1,000 times. I will continue to say it again. He's where he needs to be most times. The issue is what happens when the ball is thrown. Not the best in terms of making plays on the football. And that's me putting it lightly. He's actually not good at making plays on the football. But he's there in coverage. He can eliminate a throw. Like, eliminate meaning take that decision away from the quarterback. So sometimes you don't even, like, when you see plays from Bobby McCain downfield, or excuse me, when you don't see plays or throws that are taken downfield, is because Bobby McCain erases it. Like, it's not an option for the quarterback. So he doesn't always get the credit. The only credit that you really get, or is like sometimes blame, because the shots that teams do take, obviously he's either in the picture or he's trying to help his teammate, and he's not doing a very good job at the catch point. So therefore, Bobby McCain sucks in coverage. But that's not always the case, man. And just generally speaking, he is a smart football player. He plays with good football instincts. He has a good processing, understanding some things. And this is a reason, 2 things. This is a reason why he's playing closer to the line of scrimmage, because he's more effective and he's quicker at reading concepts. But then secondly, he's a physical player. And he's a physical player when you can put him in confined space. And I think that's what Washington did, and not letting him, like, play in that open field area, because, you know, he's susceptible to a lot of missed tackles. So he's reading the run scheme, right? You see Bobby McCain, right here. He's reading the run scheme. Let me go ahead and press play. You got a little zone action. Meets 34 in the hole. Smacks him. Stands him up. Play is dead right there. Everybody moving laterally, not giving up too much ground in terms of the defensive line. So now you allow a person like Jamin Davis on the second level, right? Because John Ridgeway is taking up 2 blockers. He's remaining, he's not giving up much ground. He's still making the blocks. You got this combo, essentially 71 looking to peel off. Look where his eyes are. He's looking to peel off in Jamin, but 71 doesn't realize that John Ridgeway is holding up the center. So Jamin has his gap to shoot. McCain has his gap to shoot. And now you have backside contain right here. So everything up front is doing a really good job, right? You see that backside contain right here. I think that's James Smith-Williams. So you see that hesitation for a second just to make sure that that ball carrier got the ball, and now he's gone. So everybody's getting in on the action in the run game. And obviously, how can I... Work email. My bad, y'all. Work email. So now you got Montez Sweat setting the edge as well against the tight end. That's easy money. Let's force that play back inside, and let me trust my teammate to make a play. Bobby McCain does it, and Jamin Davis helps him finish. Easy money. Easy money for this defense, man. Let's go ahead and get some Ridgeway love because that's my guy. A lot of people. You know what's incredible? Over these past 3 weeks, I realized how much people don't watch football. Like, or excuse me, let me take that back. How much people don't understand the impact of a player. Like, all they see with Ridgeway is 2 personal foul penalties. Or unsportsmanlike, whatever it's called. I don't know. Right, 2 15-yard penalties. Mind you, Ridgeway only has 2 penalties on the season. You're talking about it because they happen in the span of 3 weeks. Right? But then secondly, obviously, one of them was impactful to the outcome of a game. The second one, it just happened to be like a case where he had a personal foul a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I don't think Ridgeway is a bad player at all. So the opinion that he's a bad player because he got 2 penalties is actually ridiculous. And people wanted him cut for that regard, but or for those issues. But I'm not in that boat. I'm a team Ridgeway guy. He's been a very good signing or claim off waivers since Fedarian Mathis went down. Big Phil. So here you go. What looks to be a draw, I think. I don't think it's a draw, really. It's just a handoff. Simple dive. But Ridgeway, again, like I said, first off, you got Wise playing your 3-tech, right? So he's lined up in between tackle and guard. And you got a 6-tech in James Smith-Williams. So your 3-tech is taking on that double team, right? And doing a really good job playing with leverage. You can't really see it from this angle, but he is low. Daniel Wise is low. Still making that double team. 50 is not able to, he's trying to climb, right? He got eyes on Jamin Davis, right? And Jamin Davis is doing a good job locating the ball carrier and just matching him. Now you got Daniel Wise again, who's still making that double team, which is really good in this type of situation, right? Don't give up ground, just try to stalemate. If you can defeat the double, okay, cool. But he's stalemating, right? So as Jamin Davis comes outside, Pierce tries to force back inside. And everybody's winning, man. That's where you get John Ridgeway coming in. Rookie on rookie. Able to stack his guy up. Look where his hand placements is, right? Got the outside shoulders, controlled. Ridgeway, eyes on ball carrier, right? Able to shed. And where are you going? You're not going anywhere. Meet me at the ball carrier, baby. Easy money for Ridgeway. Easy money for Ridgeway. Easy money for Daniel Wise, who is playing. He's had a quiet season for obvious reasons, right? He was hurt at one point during the season, and then that kind of changed his trajectory. I would like to believe in terms of like how much snaps he'll see during the regular season. But he did it, obviously, for obvious reason. He did a really good job in the preseason as well. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get to some more John Allen praise. Share screen. Present. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's go and play it and then run it. Talk about it. All right. So as you can see downfield, right? I know I didn't say much, but it looks like a two-man concept. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is their two-man concept, cover two. Man, everybody's covered downfield for the most part. You do have your break-in dig, right? Your break-in in route, but at that point, the quarterback is sacked, and that is the benefit of having a rush that does their job, and also having a coverage that does their job to the point that the quarterback has to buy additional time to try and make a play. It's the marriage of the back end with the front end, and that's what makes this play difficult for Houston, is that nobody's open downfield for Davis Mills, but also that rush gets there in a matter of seconds, in a matter of 2 to 3 seconds for Davis Mills, and you'll see that in this instance right here. Flat out, Jonathan Allen just drives his guy back, right, with that hump move, they call it. I still don't know why they call it a hump move. It's called a bull rush, personally. But he's able to get under 59's chest, shoulder pads, drives him back. But then you got Montez Sweat on the other side as well, right? Able to get under here. He has a strong press in a sense. Like this is a power rush to me too. And then able to turn the corner. So meet me at the quarterback is what I call it. Just meet me at the quarterback. Meet me at the quarterback. Easy money. All three of them got in. Easy money. What's going on, Simp? Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, right? I'm with you. Whatever. I do think that he probably has to. I mean, obviously has to play a little bit smarter, but it is what it is, right? Okay, let's go ahead to play 15. FL Bada. I think. Let me run the play first, and then we'll talk about it, so I can show you what I mean, and then we can go from there. All right, let's run it, and we'll talk about it. All right, so you see, again in their single package, Bobby McCain again lined up as that Buffalo nickel 5-2, like that extra linebacker in the box, right? You got your Ridgeway as a shaded nose tackle, and FL Bada as your 3 tech. Casey Toohill outlined up as your edge rusher, 5 tech, I think. And then your 7 tech out here, and James Smith-Williams aligned outside of your tight end. I meant to skip past this. But anyway, as you see at the point of attack, right, Ridgeway, I don't think his technique is right here. I think he should have his head on the other side. But either way, right, we're going to go in order from left to right. Ridgeway and Obata. Ridgeway able to get eyes on the football, stacks his opponent, right? Gets those hands up in his chest, his shoulder pads, rips, and able to get past them, right? So that A gap is taken away from the ball carrier, Dameon Pierce. You have Jamin Davis. First off, now this is still a bugaboo of mine. And I hate that I used that word. That was so stupid. But Jamin Davis still has to find a way to go through blocks and not around them. So I think that's still a knack though that bothers me. Jamin, he doesn't always do this, right? But in the same vein, you got to attack that. You got to be more physical, right? He's able to get past the fullback, but at the end of the day, you got to take into account that maybe your front line blocks, right? Your first level teammates may not win at the point of attack. But if you're able to fill that gap, right, instead of guessing of going left or right, then you eliminate the back's ability to react off of your move. So if there was no first level help, right, and Jamin Davis goes the way he went, what's to stop Dameon Pierce from cutting back the other way and using that against Jamin? So to my point, I just think that sometimes he has to attack a little bit better at the point of attack, get up on 34 and drive him back, and close that space that way as opposed to going around the block. But you see Efe Obada, right, getting upfield initially, right? So it seems as if 59 is winning this engagement, which he is initially. But how do you get back into the play is a sight for probably evaluators just understanding that, you know, the play isn't over yet, but you can still get back into this. Efe Obada understands and sees the handoff, right? So he stacks 59, and at this point, this is that movement. Let's create this separation with my arm length, right? That's what you're saying. Let's create this separation. Let me get 59 off me, and now I'm going to rip through and get back play side and make the tackle. Goes for 3 yards. So even if Efe Obada on this particular play wasn't able to make this one, Ridgeway is still in place. Jamin Davis wins, and you're probably looking at probably like a 5-yarder, 6-yarder, which isn't good given they limited him to 3 yards, but that's kind of where you are. What's up, family? I'll watch this later. Hope you and your family have a happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you checking in, Marcus. Same to you. Same to everybody that's in here, man. Welcome in. Good morning to all the morning trappers. We are going through the defensive side of the film today. A few good plays, man. I didn't have for happy Thanksgiving. Just clean that up. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and then hit that like button as well. We appreciate that. If you haven't done that already. We are going through the film side. The defensive film session. All good for the most part. I have one. We're going to show it. I have one red flag, and the only reason why I called it a red flag is because, I mean, at the end of the day, opposing offenses are going to see this. You have to clean that up, and I'm confident that they are, because they have been doing that all the past few weeks. I have a lot of confidence in this defense to clean this up. So we'll get to that play shortly. But everything else is really good. And I think for all of the offensive flaws, we ain't about to look. The defense ain't about to let you down today. That's the point, Kevin. That's the point. That's literally what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to eat the block. It's not about making a play at the tackle. Like, you got to trust your teammates, and you got to be physical. So that's where I'm going. And that's what Jamin is supposed to do. And Jamin is supposed to do that, like, not every time, right? If you can make a play, you can make a play. You have to have the athleticism to do what Jamin did, right? And you have to make the play. Can't abandon your assignment. Your assignment is to take on that blocker. You're supposed to take on blockers and allow other people to rally at the football. That's what you're supposed to do. What's going on, Hawk? Appreciate you checking in. Yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to all the trappers out here, the morning trappers. Prayers for the people. Yes. I was actually watching a video from one of the workers this morning. Prayers to them. Bro, that stuff is so sad, bro. And you know what? You know what's crazy, Outlaw? It didn't dawn on me until like I heard it in the video. I knew what time of the year it was, but it didn't dawn on me like how impactful it was. Like that happened a day or two before Thanksgiving, bro. Like imagine your family and imagine you, like you're in that break room thinking about plans for Thanksgiving, whatever plans they may be, whether it's with family or not, but you're thinking about plans like people like being around your loved ones possibly for Thanksgiving, bro. And you know, in a matter of seconds, minutes, like plans change for your survived the people that are survived by you, right? They're forever impacted. You know, this is going to be a traumatic time of the year for them. People who work there, like who was in Walmart when that happened, that's going to be a traumatic time of the year for them now. Like people and families are going to forever be affected by this. You know, my mom, I'll talk about it since I brought it up. Remember the Vegas shooter some years back? And that was in that high rise shooting down at that little concert. My mom was in the building, the very building of the shooter. She was on lockdown for 12 hours. 12 or so hours. And the scariest part is that, like, when I went to sleep that night, because again, 3 hours back, Vegas is, I didn't think nothing of it. And I didn't have no idea that my mom was in that joint until I woke up and I saw on CNN, I heard about some shooting, and I'm like, my mom in Vegas. And I'm like, hold on, where'd she say she was at? So first thing I do is grab my phone, bro. And she sent a text message overnight. Again, because like I said, I was asleep. She was with family too. And said that everything was safe. She's on lockdown. She's in the little place that she was. She's fine. She was on lockdown for like hours. They couldn't go nowhere. She was in there with the military. They were posted up in the dark, just making sure everything was cool. But to that point, in Outlaw, like, that stuff is gonna be a lasting effect, bro. Lasting impact on people, bro. My mom was impacted, and I think she still is. Like, I remember years, like, she had nightmares, bro. Like, on like the anniversary of that event, like waking us up, bro. Like, that shit crazy. So yeah, that's enough of that. Prayers up, man. Like, seriously, like I understand. Like, my family has been involved with stuff like this, and I truly understand, bro. Hearts go out to all those people. I mean, eating the block where we got. Nah, you don't know that, bro. You don't know that. I can show you something right now that'll make you change your mind. It's not like a linebacker. Matter of fact, let me see it. Let me see if I got this jump. I deleted a lot. I deleted a lot of my film from preseason, because there's an exact scenario where Jamin does the same thing, but you gotta take on those blocks. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. I'm thankful too, bro. That shit was scary when I woke up, because I'm like, bro, I know where she at. I know where she at. Let's keep it pushing though. Okay. All right, boom. Here we go. Let's go ahead and run this thing and then get back to it. Easy money. Easy money. I wish Jay Tyler was in here, man. Because listen, if you all have been here from the beginning, or whether you haven't, I have always said that Deron Payne is in a position where he can really take off this year, right? I thought that Fedarian Mathis was going to help him out big time. That ultimately ended up being John Ridgeway. But I think that this was going to be a big year for Daron Payne because he was going to have some help on that defensive line that allowed him to play more to the exterior. And exterior for him is like 3 tech. John Ridgeway playing majority of the 1 tech last year. So this is Ridgeway, mind you. Ridgeway's right here. Daron Payne's right here as the 3 tech. And Daron Payne played a lot of this last year. This is where he played. And I had said that Daron Payne wins with quickness a lot, but he has to finish plays and he has to find some ways to get to the quarterback. Has to have some rush moves, has to have some rush plans, right? And again, right here, you're winning with quickness. Granted, 59 is a rookie, so you're going to eat. That was just a terrible matchup. Anybody that was on 59 is going to have that type of impact on the game. Like he was food for Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne. But you see Daron Payne's effectiveness when he's lined up right here. That's really good, bro. You're getting to the football as soon. Okay. As soon, as the ball is snapped, bro. Davis Mills doesn't have a chance. Mind you, I think this is what, 2nd and 7? Yeah, 2nd and 7. Are you going live that day? Trap or die reaches 1K. I don't know, because what if they reach 1K today? It's like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, what's everybody doing for Thanksgiving? Let me hear some. I'm gonna play sweat sacks back to back because this is important, and then we got a couple more plays and we're out of here. On the defense side of football, just so you can, as you can see, everybody, this is a whole team effort against Houston, and Houston isn't like a top tier opponent, right? But in the same vein, you understand kind of what they're doing on the front end and the back end and on that second level, having all of these guys playing unison. The rush line, you'll see, is playing coordinator, but you also have these one-on-one wins, which is big for your defense. If you have one-on-one wins, then you can trust your other teammates to just do their job, bro. Just be where they're supposed to be. And if you don't get home, somebody else is going to clean it up for you. And you'll see that in these next couple plays for Montez Sweat. For Washington, I see that man said he heading down to Fort Washington. Okay, let's go ahead and run this. My bad. Let me start it back.
Hey, run that shit up, Trey.
Easy money. Meet me at the quarterback, shawty. All right, so let's go ahead and run it one more time because I wasn't paying attention. So you see that those 2 chips on the outside, right? You got your tight end and your running back in an empty set. You got your tight end and your running back in an empty set right here. Montez Sweat is just aligned inside of the running back. You got your head up on James Smith-Williams as your 6 tech. Daron Payne again, 3 tech. John Allen again, 3 tech. Let's go ahead and run it. So now you have both your ends or your tackles slanting outside, right? They're attacking that crease while you have Montez Sweat and James Smith-Williams replacing Payne and Allen, right? So you're not abandoning any rush lanes for your team. Just as quickly as they were open for Davis Mills, it closed just like that. Close that space, right? Tighten up. Now Daron Payne is playing smart. He's not getting too much push on that side, but he has eyes on the quarterback. He's not going to abandon his rush lane to try and chase that man down. He's going to make sure that he trusts his teammates to get home, but also if Davis Mills escapes to his right, he's there to clean up. So now you have traffic at his feet with Jonathan Allen trying to get inside, but he trips. And that's where the effort of Montez Sweat comes in to chase down and get that sack for himself. And obviously, let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Okay, heading down to Fort Washington. I'm the cook for our family, and I'm cooking right now while watching. We eating today because my wife is working tomorrow. Respect that, man. Happy holidays to you, Kev. You said you're the cook, so it sounds like you got 1,000 things going on this morning. When I was at my mama's house, bro, she used to be up at like 5, 6 a.m. on Thanksgiving, going to work, and I love that, man. What's on the menu? What's on the menu? Hey, he was thinking, I don't know. He was probably thinking he could get out that pocket. What's on the menu, kid? Talk to me. All right, let's go ahead back to the other one. Where is that? Okay, here we go. Again, another effort play for Montez Sweat, right? Effort. Get home. Find a way to get home. Find a way to get home. Off defensive line running line games again, right? First thing you can see off the snap, the way Sweat is lined up and the way Allen is lined up, right? His first step is going to go inside. He's taking, look where his hands are. He's trying to take 59 with him to the outside. That allows that one-on-one opportunity for the center in Montez Sweat. 59 is able to see the stunt game, right? So he's able to get back involved. But now because 59 leaves Montez Sweat and James Smith-Williams occupying 2 blockers, and you got Deron Payne on the edge, Montez just finds his crease, bro, and chases down the defender, or excuse me, the quarterback. And then there's one more. There's one more for Montez Sweat. All of this is important. Let's see. Yes, I love this one. This should have been Montez Sweat's 3rd sack of the day. But effort is important, man. Effort is always important. So here we go. Run it again. What did we say just like 2 minutes ago, right? Rush lanes are important. Replacing your teammates are important in those rush lanes, and staying disciplined, right? So you have an ET stunt coming up, right? And your ET stunt is with your end and your tackles. Your end and your tackles. Your end and an ET stunt is crashing. So if there's a TE stunt, your tackle is crashing, but your end in an ET stunt is crashing. So essentially, he is setting up Deron Payne, but they're still working together, right? Deron Payne at this point is selling his rush. So let's go ahead. I'm making sure that we understand every process of this, right? Deron Payne does a really good job of selling his rush, occupies the right guard just long enough for Montez Sweat to take over and get him off balance with his power. Clears him out the way with ease. And now you have Deron Payne one-on-one as a looper. He's looping around Montez Sweat. He gets a one-on-one. Montez Sweat, because he was really good at crashing, has a clear lane to the quarterback. So now he misses the tackle, but John Allen finishes it up. So as you can see, again, rush lane and rush replacement is important. 97 is able to take on that double team. Jonathan Allen is just fighting. He has eyes on the quarterback, but he's just fighting. He's just trying to locate him. He cleans up. Effort wins games as well. Effort wins in critical moments. And when you make a play like this for Montez Sweat, man, everybody eats. Meet me at the quarterback. What's the phrase? Meet me at the goddamn quarterback, man. All right, here we go. Made key lime pie and chocolate bourbon pecan pie last night. You know what's crazy? I ain't never had neither one of these before. And key lime pie has been around in my family. My mom loves it, but I had never had it before. Turkey coming out of the 24-hour brine in an hour to roast. Have you ever smoked a turkey, Kev? Sides are stuffing, sweet potatoes, mac and cheese. Oh my sweet potatoes, mac and cheese. Oh my God. Let me go ahead with let me continue. Let me continue. All right, we got a couple more. Is that 25 or 26? I probably meant 26 on this one. Let's do. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. All right, here we go. More Bobby McCain love. Understanding his new role, right? We gotta keep showing that off so we can understand like the importance of Bobby playing at the line of scrimmage. Let's present screen. Again, appreciate everybody checking in. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. We definitely appreciate that. Let's go ahead and continue on. Let's run the play and then we talk about it. Is that like a 1-2 yard gain or something like that? So we'll go ahead and start it off from here. You have your alignment as your 4-2. Okay. You have your alignment as your 4-2, right? 4 defenders. You have your backside, 1 tech, and an over front away from the tight end. And then you have your 2 linebackers and Jamin Davis and John Bostic on the field with a cover 4 shell. And Bobby McCain down, aligned in your slot. He's the closest to the line of scrimmage for your defensive backs. And you can see him threatening the blitz, right? But he also, this is all just good processing and good instinctive play, right? So now you have that jet sweep action with 15. And off the snap, you see Bobby McCain forcing that run inside, right? Trusting your teammates to make a play. I'm going to eat this block, and I'm going to trust everybody else to fill in. He gets outside of Dorsett, right? Eliminates the outside option. Forces 15 to run back inside, to cut inside. Now I'm going to trust my teammates to make a play. You see John Bostic is essentially 3-on-1. You got your cornerback, you got your safety, you got your linebacker, and you got Bobby McCain taking on 2 blockers. Now it's a 2-on-1 because Benjamin St-Juste stays outside as well to account for the extra blocker. So now you got a 2-on-1 situation. Somebody has to make the tackle. Boom. Selfless football with high level awareness, bruh. Everybody eats on this defense. Everybody eats on this defense, man. That's really good. Let's watch it from the other angle. Like they played, John Bostic and Derek Forrest played that perfectly. Easy money. And now you got pursuit. My bad. I didn't even bring that part up. Look at the pursuit. Even if he somehow missed that tackle, just if John Bostic missed that tackle, you have how many defenders on the football? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jamin Davis on his way. Again, same thing like that screen that we talked about. They're not getting anywhere. Even if they break the first tackle, the pursuit is crazy, man. It's good football. It is good football. Don't let me crash this session. Let's keep ragdolling 50 at the line. Must be like, it's like practice versus our guys. Oh, man. Morning Trappers checking in. What's going on? Al 2. Checking in with the, we on the defensive side of the football today. All good plays, man. We only got 1 negative. And I'm coming up on that right now, matter of fact. It was at 19. Yep. So there was a lot of conversation on the John Bostic play. I'll just show it. We don't have to talk about it too much. It's very simple, but I know a lot of people ask, like, why is John Bostic on a linebacker? I really just think it was good scheme. A lot of people are critical. Like when a play goes wrong, they're always critical of like the team that they're a favorite of. But sometimes you got to give credit to the opposing team as well because they scheme up shit too. They scheme plays up too. So let's go ahead and just show it. We don't even have to stay on here too long, but in this cover 4 look, essentially what you're getting is a 2x2 to start out, right? So in this instance, let's go ahead and show it. You got this 2x2 look. with your linebackers set to wall. And John Bostic is typically the defender who's walling. And what walling is, for those who don't remember, he's carrying anything vertically. Like, if you can see where his eyes start, his first step is identify the wall or identify the crosser. He has a crosser. And what Houston does, they do a good job of using your tight end to push vertically. And then you have Brandon Cooks, your fastest receiver on the first level. So in this cover 4, your voids are in the flat. Your voids are in the flat on both sides of the field. And right here is where you see Brandon Cooks at the break point, right? Because John Bostic sees him, but he knows, again, as he's supposed to, I would assume he knows, there is nobody over here. Like, that is your void. So he knows now that he's on Brandon Cooks, but Brandon Cooks is setting him up, like, because he can either push vertically, right? He can push vertically, or he can continue straight. So now that's what you're seeing right here is Brandon Cooks setting him up. And boom, just explodes past him. Solid pass. And that's how you end up seeing on the TV screen why John Bostic is on Brandon Cooks. It was a well-timed call against a cover 4 where the voids are, man. It is what it is. I really didn't have an issue when you watch it. I really didn't have an issue or criticism of John Bostic. I didn't have a criticism of Jack Del Rio. Sometimes those things just work out for your offense. And that was just a well-timed call, a good play call against the coverage that they ran on that play. All right, so here we go. Let's get back to the film session. So this is the red flag part that I told you about. We'll go ahead and talk about it. All right. So I think you saw it, or I hope you did. I had just mentioned walling, right? And I'm glad that I explained it before we got here, so that way we don't have to talk about it again. But you see John Bostic, right? So you have an empty set and a 3-by-2 formation. You got your 2 tight ends right here. You got your running back up top at the top of the screen, and you got your 2 receivers right here. Tight ends are running a switch release. Or scissors. I think that's the best way to say it. I said switch release. I meant scissors. But you see him take, one takes outside release, one takes inside release. John Bostic, like I mentioned, walling, taking off anything from the inside, right? But at that point, this is where the issue comes in. When he runs that switch release, John Bostic peels off a little bit too soon. Touchdown. Touchdown right here. So this is the one issue I had. Davis Mills ends up checking it down, but John Bostic comes off that wall a little bit too soon because he sees that his tight end is running towards the corner. So he thinks that his job is done. So now his back is just towards the end zone when there's a tight end streaking wide open in the back of the end zone. Davis Mills doesn't see him. He just checks it down. And that may be a factor of the rush, the product of the rush getting to him, right? Because you have time, but he checks it down. So again, when you talk about red flags, that's just one. And that's probably the only one from this game in terms of like future teams being able to exploit that, especially if they have this type of playbook or this formation where they can challenge John Bostic, who is typically the waller for this defense so far as Cole Holcomb hasn't been playing. So that's kind of where the mix-up or the possible exploitation of John Bostic can come in. And who knows, like maybe they pick it up in terms of the defense. Maybe the Commanders are able to pick it up and reinforce to Bostic that he has to have more patience and actually stay with that until the very end, because there's a potential that there's a crosser coming. So that's the main thing from that. And I think we are okay. Yeah, one last one. showing love to the defensive line a lot today, for obvious reasons. Let's go ahead and share the screen, and it's the last one on that. Here we go.
Hey, run that shit up, Trace.
So again, this is just a dump off, but up front is what makes this pressure important. 11:26. Okay. Up front is what makes this pressure important, right? You got 9 games again. Obviously, you see Jonathan Allen and Efe Obada. This time, this is your ET stunt again, right? Your looper comes free, and Jonathan Allen, he's your looper. Your crash man is taking on these two. Both of their eyes, you see him, is on this crasher. And at that point, Obada does an excellent job taking on 78, 59, whoever this center is, I don't know his number. Takes on all 3, and it leaves Jonathan Allen clear to the quarterback. Clear path to the quarterback, right? But then you also have on the other side, again, talking about coordinated rushes, right? Deron Payne pressing upfield. So his lane is now on the outside, and James Smith-Williams is replacing that inside path. Davis Mills has nowhere to go. That pocket is secure from the defense, man. It was a really good job from everybody up front, man. Coordinated rushes, well-called stunts, well-executed stunts. Some of those in which are natural, that aren't even talked about from the teammates. Like, they said it a lot, right? After the game, like, some of that stuff, they just reacting off of one another. And when you can play to that level, like, it shows that something is clicking. Like, if something is clicking, then that's kind of the moment where you understand that we can do a lot this season. We can do a lot with these guys because I trust my teammate to the left of me. I trust the teammate to the right of me. I trust the teammate in front of me. I trust the teammate behind me, and so on and so forth. Like, all of that is important. And when you can do that on the defensive line with talented players already, like, none of these guys are, like, from a collective standpoint, none of these guys are poor players, right? All of these guys are average to above average to very good. Jonathan Allen being elite, like, he's an elite player right now. And when you have those quality level players executing to the point in which Washington's defensive line is executing, I have a hard time believing you're not going to be in a lot of games the rest of the season. That defensive line and the way that entire unit is playing right now, I am confident that they are seeing things and being on the same page as one another. And that's something where, when you look at prior teams, you didn't know if they really was or not, if they really was on the same page or not. You didn't know if that was a good defense or if they were playing terrible opponents. Well, guess what? This defense is playing some terrible opponents, but they're also playing good defense, and they show itself in many different facets throughout the season. I have huge respect to the depth guys on the roster. Obada, Tuhill, James Smith-Williams, and Ridgeway. The production we got of them this season has been unreal. I agree. And, like, that's why it's important for me to show the effectiveness of Obada, right? Tuhill had him a couple plays. James Smith-Williams had him a couple plays as well. These guys are hooping, and obviously John Ridgeway, like, that's my guy. They are hooping, man. It's important for everybody to understand, like, how impactful these guys are, because they're showing itself, man. And Atlanta's going to be a big game for that run defense. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they stack up. But I truly love what I'm seeing on that side of the ball. So listen, I got a couple more minutes. I got to get ready to get ready for the Hog Saving podcast. So I got a couple more minutes. Let me see if actually do I. Oh Lord.
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of time. Damn. Let me show one Taylor Heineke play. Yeah, let me show one Taylor Heineke play. And then I get up out of here because I got to get ready for podcast, and I actually got to handle some stuff for work as well. All right. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and show this. This is the second play of the game where JDR giving the Heineke nah, no bull. All right, so here we go. This is the one play I want to show for Heineke. I got more. But this one is probably the biggest one because it was the almost interception. So yesterday on the Trap or Die podcast, as well as Sunday, where we all on the show said that there should have been no reason for Taylor to throw this. I actually disagree now. So as you all can see, I said miscommunication right here in my title, right? Just because I didn't know exactly what was going on. But when you watch it more and more, right, you got your mid slant, I guess is what you call it, from your boundary receiver and the play action look, right? So your safety, Petrie, is your single high in this cover three. And he crashes down on that dig route. He doesn't even see Terry McLaurin. You can see him crashing down on that dig route, right? But they run into each other. I don't know if Taylor didn't see it or if he assumed that Terry McLaurin would continue his route. But he doesn't continue his route. That's where the miscommunication comes in. But my point is, this is a touchdown. This is a touchdown. And we aren't able to hit that. So a couple of different things that went on that play, right? You can see that post, the safety bites on that post or that mid slant. And the post route is right behind him, but Terry gives up on the route after the contact with Jalen Petrie, and boom, almost interception right there. One more, since I'm in the showing some missed opportunities for this offense, not necessarily pointing the finger at one particular person. This is the last one for me, and then we're up out of here. All right, so here we go. If you all remember that 3rd and 6 or 37 slant to Terry McLaurin, I had tweeted that this was a touchdown. It should have been a touchdown on this play. Now, first and foremost, you got a first down conversion. You threw it to Terry McLaurin. No problem. Very good. Extend the drive. Give your playmaker a chance to make a play at the catch point. Good ball placement. First down, move the sticks. However, right, you're going up against a cover 3 defense. You have your linebacker, Kirksey, on Antonio Gibson. Right, you got this matchup with your linebacker hips open, 3 yards of separation. And if the ball is out, there is nothing stopping Antonio Gibson from getting upfield and scoring. There's nothing there from getting upfield and scoring.
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.
So a good play, but a better play could have been made. A good play, but a better play could have been made. Not pass interference because the ball wasn't out. So they ran into each other before the ball was thrown. And Petrie, when the ball was thrown, was chasing the football. So no necessarily no PI on that one. I wouldn't have done that. Okay. So that's gonna wrap it up for me. Like I said, I gotta go ahead and handle my business on my side. Well, come on now, Rich. The ball was in the air when St. Juice was holding. And St. Juice was holding. We can't do that. But this one, the ball wasn't in the air yet. Taylor Heineke ain't throw it. If he threw it, then you probably would have like a, who knows, maybe it would have been incidental contact. I don't know. But if he'd have thrown it, then you have an argument. But he didn't throw it. And then you got to remember too, Terry stopped his route. Terry didn't keep running. He stopped. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for me this morning. The defensive side of the football, man. I hope you all enjoyed the dominance from the Commanders in Houston. Like there was just some missed opportunities offensively, but I think for the most part, nothing too bad from the film that I've saw to this point. But again, there's always things to work on, things to improve on. Third down conversions were ugly. Red zone was ugly. And they have to get better immediately. But that defense was dominant, man. All right, so I'm out of here. Enjoy y'all Thursday. Stay safe, right? Make sure y'all enjoy y'all time with y'all family if you are going out with your family. Either way, like, you know, do what's best for you. Because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation is not the same. But have a enjoyable Thanksgiving. If you are shopping out on Friday, buy a Gucci belt for your boy. Just buy it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta send it to me. Just buy one. And I don't know why I said a Gucci belt, but buy it. But nah, enjoy y'all Friday as well. Enjoy y'all weekend. And I don't know why I said enjoy your weekend. I'll be back Friday. We'll be back Friday morning. Chop it up. But yeah, y'all stay safe, man. Enjoy y'all holiday, bro. Peace. Ooh.